Well, he said that,
spiritual dimension.
How precious and how
important the role was. Became a family. Everyone else was astonished.
Mrs. Shulamis Saxon is a teacher at yeshiva schools of Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In 1981, she wrote to the Rebbe on the occasion of her bas mitzvah.
I heard that when you're turning bas mitzvah, it's a nice thing to write a letter to the Rebbe, to let the Rebbe know and to ask for a bracha. And I had never heard about writing letters to the Rebbe before. This was my first encounter with that. And so I sat down to write my letter. And I thought, if I'm writing a letter to the Rebbe to ask for a bracha, it probably would be nice if I give the Rebbe a bracha also. I shouldn't just be taking, I should be giving also. This was the way I was thinking at almost 12 years old. But I was a little shy about it. I wasn't sure if it was standard procedure. I didn't know who to ask. And so I decided to write it in code. My younger brother gave me the code that's used in the mezuzah. And I figured that the best bracha I could give the Rebbe, I was aware that the Rebbe and the Rebbetzin did not have children, is to give them a bracha for a child. So I wrote it, I sent it off, and at the bottom I wrote in code, Birchati la Rabbi, my bracha to the Rebbe, sheyivaldu lo banim, that children should be born to him, Af al pi shelo nigzar lo kach, even though it has not been decreed thus for him. I wrote it on Gimel Tishrei, according to the draft that I have, and my birthday is on Vav Tishrei. So it was a while later that I got back the letter addressed to me, and with the bracha for me to become a successful Bas Yisrael and Bas Chabad. And at the bottom of the letter were some letters that I thought were maybe a signature of some sort that you would see on business letters. And I showed it to my brother, and he said, no, that's the Rebbe's answer to you in the same code. The Rebbe wrote, Shahagad Sach De'akid, which translated back from the code means Toda al HaBracha. Thank you for the bracha. And at the time, being 12 years old, I thought that was really neat. But it didn't assume a great significance to me until later on when I was grown and had my own children and was reading it at my daughter's bas mitzvah and realizing just how special, how fortunate we were and are that we have this tremendous tzaddik who could take the time to read a 12-year-old's letter and respond to it in code so that I would know that the Rebbe was responding to my code. Like no raised eyebrows, so to speak, but just a simple thank you for the bracha.